They pleaded for help, got silence until humanity answered with fire. Asterisk Outpost 9 floated on the edge of human space, a small gray station surrounded by darkness. It had no weapons, no armies, just sensors and quiet halls filled with the hum of machines. It watched the stars, listened to signals, and waited. That was its job, to keep an eye on what lay beyond. Commander Alina Ward stared at the main screen, her fingers tapping the arm of her chair. She had spent 8 years in deep space and had seen strange things before, but never silence like this. One by one, nearby colonies had gone dark. No distress calls, no reports, nothing. It was like someone had turned off the stars. Still. Nothing? She asked. Lieutenant Ramos shook his head. No signals from Eris Point, Beta 3, or Carter's Moon. All off-grid. Run another sweep, Alina said. Full scan. Ramos nodded, though they had already done that twice. The crew was nervous. Some tried to hide it with jokes, others with silence. Alina knew fear when she saw it. And now, even she felt it. She couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. Minutes passed, then a beep. Picking something up, Ramos said, leaning forward. Small object drifting toward us. Debris. Visual, Alina ordered. The screen flickered, then showed a broken piece of hull spinning slowly in space. The metal was scorched, twisted, part of a human ship. Faded letters across it. Read Ter's Moon, Carter's Moon. Lena stood up, her heart skipping. The colony had gone silent 2 days ago. The wreckage moved closer, slowly turning as it drifted. Something floated beside it. A helmet cracked open. Alina clenched her fists. Get the black box from that debris. I want to know what happened out there. As the crew launched a drone to collect the wreckage, the power lights flickered. Just once. Then again, Commander, said Dr. Kieran from engineering, we've got an anomaly. Power's being rerouted from Section 6. I didn't authorize. It manual override? Lena asked. No, he said slowly, checking his screen. System's doing it on its own. Elena's eyes narrowed. Check for system breach. I already did, Kieran replied. Nothing. No virus. But it's acting like something is talking to the station from inside. Then came another alert, this time from Security Commander, shouted Ramos. Crewman Langston is missing. Seen on patrol in the lower levels? His signal just vanished. Lena felt a chill crawl up her spine. Send a team to find him. Pull the footage from the cameras. The search team moved quickly. They checked every corridor, every storage room, even the vents. No sign of Langston. The only clue was a trail of scratches along a maintenance wall. Deep claw marks that hadn't been there before. Security footage is corrupted, Ramos said. Only static. Elena's mind raced. Was it sabotage? A new enemy? Or something worse? Then Dr. Kieran's voice came through again. Commander, I think I found something you should see. In the foundation of the station, it's not. In the original blueprints. I'll be right there, she replied. She took the lift down to the engineering deck. The halls grew darker as she descended, lights dimming for power conservation. She passed sleeping quarters, closed doors, and quiet machinery. But even here she felt it, that same cold feeling, like they weren't alone. Kieran stood at the end of the hall, near a wall that had been partly opened. Behind it was something strange. Smooth black metal, curved and humming slightly. This isn't ours, Kieran said. It's older. It's hidden under the base. I think it's alien. Long has it been here? No idea, but it's active. I ran a scan. It's drawing power from our systems, slowly. Lena stepped closer, placing her hand near the surface. The metal felt warm. Kieran pointed to a glowing symbol, a triangle with a moving light inside. I think it's a doorway. Alina looked at him. Doorway to what? I don't know, he said. But someone, or something, has already started opening it. As he spoke, the triangle began to blink faster. They stepped back. Deep hum filled the air then. Without warning, the wall slid open, smooth and silent. Beyond it was a wide chamber, lit with soft blue light. Strange shapes floated in the air, moving slowly. Symbols pulsed along the walls. It's beautiful, Kieran whispered. Alina didn't move. She stared at the center of the room, a black stone platform surrounded by lights. Then her wrist buzzed. Commander Ramos said urgently, "We just got something off the black box." The final words from Carter's moon. "What is it?" Ramos hesitated. "Alina." The last message said, "They're inside already." Elena's eyes darted around the chamber. Behind them, the door quietly closed. The metal door sealed behind them with a soft hiss. Commander Alina Ward spun around and rushed to it, but there was no handle, no switch. It's a smooth, silent wall. "We're locked in," she said. Dr. Kieran stepped beside her, examining the edges of the door. "It's like it never had a door at all." Elena pulled out her "Ramos, do you read me?" Lay static. "No signal," Kieran said. "This chamber must be blocking all transmissions." The air inside the room felt heavier now, quiet but alive, like the walls were listening. Soft blue lights moved across the surfaces, forming shapes not random. Symbols, letters, a language neither of them had seen before. In the center of the room, a stone platform remained still. Alina slowly approached it, her steps careful, her eyes scanning every corner. "This room isn't empty," she said. "It's a machine." Kieran nodded, eyes wide. "I think it's some kind of brain, or data core. It's connected to everything. Maybe even to the entire station." He walked toward the wall and touched one of the glowing shapes. It responded. The light pulsed under his hand, and a sound played, a deep, low chime, like a heartbeat. Elena's eyes locked on the platform again. Something was happening. A column of light rose from its surface, forming a tall, transparent shape. It looked like a figure. "No, a map. That's the Iridian Rim," Kieran whispered. "It's showing this sector of space. Look." Dozens of dots lit up across the map. Blue ones, scattered across the stars. Elena's breath caught as red dots began to appear one by one. The red dots were moving, consuming the blue. "They're tracking attacks," she said. "Watching the fall of our colonies." Kieran pointed to a small, flashing blue light. "That's us. Outpost 9. A red dot appeared just behind it. "It's already coming," Kieran said. Alina stepped back. Her mind was racing. This place, this room, was ancient, alien, and yet it knew. It had been watching, recording, maybe even predicting. Why? Then the platform changed again. A new image formed. Not a map, but a symbol. 3 glowing rings locked together. They pulsed with light. "What is that?" Lena asked. "I think." Kieran hesitated. "I think it's a code, signal, a kind of key." Suddenly the chamber grew brighter. The walls shimmered, and one panel slid open without warning, revealing a narrow tunnel leading deeper underground. "You think it wants us to go in there?" Alina asked. "I don't think it's giving us a choice." They exchanged a look. Lena raised her pulse pistol, just in case, and nodded. "Let's go." The tunnel was smooth and dark, lit only by their handheld lights. They moved slowly. Every sound amplified in the silence. The path turned sharply, leading them into another chamber, this one smaller, circular, and filled with floating metal spheres. They hovered silently, spinning in place. "What are these?" Alina asked. "Drones, maybe?" Kieran guessed. As they stepped forward, one sphere lit up and floated closer, stopped a meter away, and opened just slightly, revealing a glowing lens inside. It scanned them from head to toe. Then it played a sound. A voice. It wasn't human, but it spoke their language. "Warning. Threat approaching. Intercept required. Transmission path detected." "Ready to engage?" Lena and Kieran stared at each other. "It talked to us," she said. "It adapted." "It's learning," Kieran replied. "It's using our language." Another voice echoed in the chamber. "Ramos." Crackling through there comes, "Commander. Are you there? We're getting readings from your location. Energy spikes. Lots of movement. Are you okay, Ramos?" Lena shouted. "We're alive, but something's happening down here. We found system. It's ancient alien, and it's trying to warn us." "What do you mean?" "We're not just being watched," she said. we've been allowed to survive. Till now. Before Ramos could reply, a sound filled the chamber, a rising tone, sharp. Then a new image appeared, floating above the metal spheres. It was a ship, not human, long black, covered in sharp angles. It looked like it was made from shadow and fire. Alina felt her stomach twist. "What is that?" she asked. "Not a scout," Kieran said. "That's a hunter." The alien voice returned. "Interceptor ship inbound. Countdown, 96 minutes. Kieran checked his scanner. "It's fast. Faster than anything we have. If it reaches us, we die," Alina finished. But then the spheres lit up all at once. The voice spoke again. "Defense protocol active." "Would you like to transmit now?" Alina looked at Kieran. "You think it can send a message?" "I think," he said. "Slowly, this place has been waiting for us to ask." Alina stepped forward. "Do it. Send everything. Location, threat level, request for backup, all of it." The room hummed louder. Lights flashed, and then the countdown froze. The voice spoke again. "Transmission complete." Alina stared at the timer. "Did it work?" Kieran was silent. Then he looked up. "I don't know who heard it," he said, "but if anyone did, they're coming now." The lights dimmed. And in the silence, the red dot on the map began to move again. The red dot on the glowing map pulsed again. It moved closer. Faster, Commander Alina Ward felt the weight of that single light. It wasn't just a signal. It was death, speeding toward them. "How long?" Axe Dr. Kieran looked at his scanner. 83 minutes until contact. Alina turned to the floating spheres. "That message, how fast did it go?" "The system used quantum entanglement," Kieran said. "That means no delay. If anyone had a receiver, they already got it." She nodded, hope flickering for a moment. Hope wouldn't stop what was coming. "We need to get back to the command deck," Alina said. "If that thing arrives and we're not ready, no." Loud click echoed through the chamber. Alina raised her pulse pistol. One of the spheres twisted open. A small silver box floated out, hovered in front of her. "Waiting, what is it?" she asked. "I think it's for you," Kieran said. Cautiously, Alina reached for it. The box opened in her hand, revealing a glowing chip shaped like a shard of glass. It pulsed with a soft blue light. "It's data," Kieran said, "or a key." Alina tucked it safely into her belt. "We'll figure it out later." Hurried back through the narrow tunnel. The moment they entered the first chamber, the main door hissed open again. The station recognized them now. Or maybe the system had decided it was time to let them go. They ran up the maintenance shaft, past humming power cores, back to the operations deck, where her crew waited. When the lift doors opened, Lieutenant Ramos stood with wide eyes. "You're alive," he said. "We thought no time," Alina said, stepping past him. "Enemy ship inbound. Ida, 78 minutes. "Wait, what?" Alina moved straight to the command chair. "I'll explain everything later. Right now. We need to prepare for impact." She looked at her crew. All eyes were on her. "Status report. External sensors show no ship yet, but there's a spike in dark energy," Ramos said. "Whatever's coming, it's bending space." "Station weapons?" Alina asked. "Commander, we don't have weapons." Alina cursed under her breath. "We were never meant to fight." "No," Kieran said from behind her. "But now we might have something better." He held up the glowing chip. "This is alien tech," he said, "given to us by whatever system is running down there. It's connected to the station. You think it can help us fight?" "I don't know," he said honestly. "But I think it wants to help." Alina nodded. "Plug it in." They brought the chip to the main data port near the core. Kieran took a deep breath, then slotted it in. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the lights across the station flickered. The screens blinked, and suddenly, every console began filling with unfamiliar symbols. The station systems were alive. "It's rewriting something," Ramos said. "No, it's activating something. New subsystems. Power routes we've never seen before." A new message appeared on the main screen. "Local defense mode. Active." A low rumble shook the floor. Panels slid open in the outer hull of the station. Hidden turrets, never seen before, rose into place. Kieran's voice was full of shock. The outpost was built over this system. They've been hiding under us the whole time. Elena's heart pounded. Not hiding. Waiting. Tana. Ramos shouted. The enemy ship just dropped from FTL. It's here. The screen showed it. Long, black, silent, covered in strange, shifting metal that shimmered like liquid. It moved like a creature, not a ship. The enemy had arrived. Shields. Up, Elena ordered. Alien systems providing a defense bubble, Kieran said. Stronger than anything we've ever used. We might survive a hit. The enemy ship turned toward them. Brace, Elena said. A flash, and a beam of red energy slammed into the outpost. The entire station shook. Sparks flew. One console burst. Into flames. Shields holding, Ramos shouted. We're still here. Return fire, Elena commanded. The new turrets locked onto the enemy ship. With a low hum, they fired beams of pale blue energy that cracked through space. They hit the enemy ship flinched. Its shields flickered. One of its fins broke off, spinning into the void. Elena stared at the screen. We hit it. The crew erupted in cheers. It was the first time anyone had ever struck back. Then silence fell again. The enemy ship turned and launched something. Not a missile. Not a beam. It was pod small, fast, heading directly for them. What is that? Lena whispered. Kieran leaned forward, eyes narrowing. It's not a weapon. What is it? The pod hit the station, but gently. It latched onto the outer hull, and then something began to crawl out of it. A figure tall, thin, moving with sharp, jerky movements. It wasn't a machine, it wasn't human, and it was coming inside. Elena turned to her crew, seal all doors arm. Yourselves. She stared at the monitor as the thing moved toward the station's airlock. It's here. Asterisk, the airlock lights turned red. A slow, warning beep echoed through the corridor outside the command deck. Commander Elena Ward stood still, eyes locked on the screen showing the outer hull. The creature had already climbed out of the pod. It walked. Upright, but its limbs bent in ways that looked wrong. Skin, if that's what it was, shimmered like dark glass, and it moved like it didn't care who saw it. It's heading for airlock 3, Ramos said. Estimated time to breach 3 minutes. Seal all bulkheads between here and that section, Elena ordered. I want pressure doors locked. Flood the corridor with gas. Yes, Commander. Behind her, the rest of the crew moved. Fast! Alarms echoed through the station. Lights dimmed and turned blue lockdown mode. The alien ship outside didn't move. It was just watching like this was part of its plan. It's not firing again, said Kieran. Why send only one? Why not finish us off? Because it doesn't have to, Elena said. The thing is the weapon. On screen, the creature reached the outer door. It placed one long hand on the panel. The metal sparked, then melted. The door opened like soft plastic, folding inward. Gas hissed through the inner corridor. It should have stopped anything, but it didn't stop the creature. It walked through like it didn't even notice. Ramos, get our defense team down there, Elena snapped. Level 3 weapons. Full armor. I already called them, Ramos said, voice tight. They're suiting up. Elena grabbed her pistol. I'm going to. Kieran stepped in front of her. Shouldn't I have to? Not letting that thing walk through my station while I sit here watching. She pushed past him and ran down the side corridor toward the lift. The hallway shook slightly under her boots. The walls creaked like they were holding in a breath. Down below, the defense team's 6 soldiers in black armor took positions near the containment sector. They waited, then the lights flickered, and the door at the end of the corridor hissed open. The creature stepped through. Its head was smooth and long. With no visible eyes, its chest pulsed with a strange red glow. One of the soldiers shouted a warning. The creature didn't stop. They opened fire. Energy blasts lit up the hall. The creature stumbled as one shot hit its side, burning a hole through its outer shell. But it didn't fall. It moved faster. It reached the first soldier in seconds, grabbing him by the throat and throwing him against the wall. The armor cracked. Another soldier screamed. Alina arrived just in time to see the last three back away. Still firing, hold your ground, she shouted. She aimed and fired her pistol.
Out the beam.
Struck the creature in the back, direct hit. This time, it turned. Now, it saw her. It didn't charge. It just looked at her. No face. No expression, but somehow she felt the hatred coming off it like heat. Fall back, Alina yelled. Retreat to Section 5. The remaining soldiers grabbed their wounded and moved, covering each other as they ran. Alina was last. She fired one more shot before slipping through the pressure door. It closed just in time. The creature slammed into it from the other side, hard enough to bend the frame. Lock it, she gasped. Ramos's voice came through her. Come, Commander. We just picked up something new. Not now. No, you need to hear this. A new ship just dropped out of FTL. It's human. Alina froze. What? Earth ship? No transponder ID yet, but it came through a quantum wake. It's using tech we've never seen before. Put it through to the main screen, Alina said. She and the others ran back toward the operations deck. By the time she got there, the screen showed a massive human vessel drifting into view. Dark gray hull, sharp angles, glowing blue engines. It didn't match any registered class. Then the cum crackled. This is Captain Ryland Holt of the ESS Vanguard. We received your quantum distress pulse. Alina exhaled, barely believing it. You got our signal? Yes, he said. You're not alone. Earth knows. We've been watching this threat for a long time, and now we're here to fight. Ramos leaned in. Commander, that creature, still trying to break through? What do we do now? Alina stared at the sealed pressure door, the dents growing deeper with every strike. She turned to the screen. Captain Holt, she said, we've got an intruder. We need help now. We're already sending in drop units, Holt said. Hold your position. And the signal cut. Outside the station, the Vanguard began opening its launch bays, but back inside. Something unexpected happened. The creature stopped. It tilted its head. Then slowly it turned around and walked back the way it came. Alina stared. Why is it retreating? Kieran asked. Alina's voice was cold. Because it wasn't sent to kill us. Then what was it doing? She looked at the broken walls. The ruined hall. The soldier who didn't make it. Her eyes narrowed. It was studying us. The corridor was quiet again. Too quiet. Commander Alina Ward stood near the damaged pressure door, still holding her pistol. The creature was gone, back through the tunnel it came from, but she didn't trust the silence. The alien ship. Outside remained in place, unmoving, almost like it was waiting. Kieran stood beside her, staring at the screen. It retreated, he said. Just walked away. No, Alina replied. It learned something. It was testing us, checking our weapons, our response time, how we fight. Ramos spoke over the comms. Commander, the Earthship Vanguard, is requesting permission to send in support units. Alina tapped her wrist. Permission granted. Send them to Deck 7. We'll meet them there. The lift doors opened with a hiss as Alina, Kieran, and two surviving soldiers headed up to the docking bay. The station still shook slightly, not from damage, but from something else. Power. Movement. Like something big had awakened inside its walls. When they reached the bay, the first dropship was already landing. It touched down smoothly, and its hatch opened with a hiss. Soldiers in black armor stepped out, each one carrying advanced rifles with glowing sights. Their movements were sharp, practiced elite. One of them removed his helmet. He had sharp eyes, a scar on his left cheek, and the calm confidence of someone who had seen too much war to be shaken. Commander Ward, he asked. Yes, Major. Aaron Voss. Earth's Shadow Division. We've been tracking this enemy for 2 years. Shadow Division. Alina raised an eyebrow. I thought that was just a rumor. Voss gave a slight smile. So did a lot of people. But Earth's leaders knew something was coming. This he nodded toward. The station was just the first spark. We're here to stop the fire from spreading. Kieran stepped forward. Do you know what that creature was? Voss's face turned grim. Call them Reapers. They don't speak. They don't negotiate. They gather information. When one shows up, a full strike force usually follows, and that means Alina began. They're planning a bigger attack, Voss finished. And soon, Alina led the team back toward the command deck. As they walked, Voss looked around, taking in the strange glow from the walls, the flickering blue lights running along the ceiling. This station is different, he said. Kieran explained what they found under the outpost. The hidden alien systems, the map, the transmission chamber, and the quantum relay. Voss listened closely. So, the system sent a message? He asked. Yes, Elena said. To Earth? Voss nodded. Then that explains how we got here so fast. The Vanguard had been testing a new kind of FTL instant folding. We never used it for combat missions. Until now? Do you have more ships? Alina asked. Voss didn't answer right away. His eyes scanned the deck. We have a few, not many. The tech is still unstable. But it's enough to hit back. Ramos's voice came through again. Commander, we have movement. Second enemy. Ship just entered the system. Elena's heart dropped. Another one? This one's bigger, Ramos replied. It's twice the size of the first. Heavily armored, Voss didn't even flinch. That's the mothership. The one they send when they decide to wipe something out completely. On the screen, the new ship looked like a floating fortress. Its surface was covered in strange towers, and its center glowed red. Ramos continued, its charging weapons. ETA-2. Firing range 35 minutes. Lena turned to Voss. Can you stop it? Voss hesitated. Not alone. Not directly. He stepped forward and placed a small device on the table. A hologram flickered to life. It showed the new alien ship, highlighted in red, and the Vanguard approaching from behind. We have one advantage, he said. They don't know how many ships we have. If we can trick them into thinking Earth's full fleet is here, they might hesitate. How? Kieran asked. Voss smiled slightly. By using this station. Your alien system has power, signals, illusions. If we boost its output, we can fake energy signatures across the whole sector. Make them think an entire armada is waiting, Elena said. Exactly, Voss replied. But someone needs to stay behind and control the system manually. Lena looked at him. You're asking someone to stay inside a station about to be targeted by a mothership? I'm asking for someone brave, Voss said quietly. Alina looked around the command deck. Her crew was tired, hurt, but alive. She nodded. I'll do it. Kieran stepped forward. I can't. Yes, she said firmly. I can. 4. Anyone could argue. Another alert flashed on the main screen. The alien ship had launched hundreds of smaller crafts, fast, deadly, coming straight for them. They're not waiting, Ramos said. Alina looked at Voss. Go, she said. Buy me time. Voss nodded once. Don't die, Commander. Not today. A small smile. Not today. Asterisk, the command deck lights dimmed as the alien system powered up again. Strange symbols flickered across every screen. Lena stood at the main console, hands steady, eyes fixed ahead. Outside, hundreds of enemy crafts flew toward the station like a swarm of angry insects. Behind them, the giant mothership moved slowly. Like it didn't need to rush, Voss and his team had already boarded the Vanguard. Lena watched from the window as the massive Earth ship rotated to face the threat. Its engines burned blue. Weapons came online, one by one. Alina, Kieran said, still beside her, this system, it's responding to you. I think it knows you're in charge now. She looked at the alien console. Blue lines formed a map, showed the enemy fleet. The station, the Vanguard, then it showed something else. Dozens of false signals, glowing like real warships. Ghost ships. Can you control them? Kieran asked. I think so, she whispered. She touched the console. The symbols shifted. A moment later, the false ships appeared on the Vanguards. Sensors, a human fleet stretching across space. On board the enemy mothership, things changed. The aliens paused. Their fighters slowed. The signal they sent out changed frequency. Elena didn't know their language, but she could feel it. They were confused, uncertain. It's working, Kieran said. They think they're outnumbered. Outside the station, the enemy fighters stopped moving for a moment, like insects sensing danger. Then came the first hit. One of the fighters broke formation and fired at the vanguard. Its shot was fast, but the Earth ship's shields held. The rest followed. "They're coming," Ramos said from the side console. "We've got 20 seconds. Alina took a breath. "Begin counterattack." Turrets from the station opened fire. Beams of light streaked across the black sky. Several enemy fighters exploded before reaching the hull. The vanguard launched its own fighters, sleek, fast, and silent. They danced through the void, striking the enemy in perfect lines. One by one, the enemy's first wave broke apart. But there were too many. "They're landing on the hull," Kieran warned, trying to cut through. Alina opened a channel to the vanguard. "Captain Holt, they're breaching our outer decks." "I need more cover." "Copy," came his voice. "Sending heavy units your way now." She closed the channel. The command deck lights flashed red again. More damage. Kieran ran to a side console. "Power drain on the outer ring, or slicing. Into our shield lines." Then Alina noticed something new. On the alien system's screen, the red dots began changing. One was larger, brighter. It wasn't the mothership. It was something else, hidden behind the swarm. "What is that?" she asked. "I don't know," Kieran said. "It just appeared." Another voice broke through the comvos. "Commander, we've detected a structure inside the mothership. We believe it's a control core. If we can destroy that, the rest of the fleet may lose coordination." "Then hit it," she replied. "We're trying," Voss said. "But there's a problem. It's shielded by something we've never seen before. The weapons bounce right off. I think it's using your station's tech." Alina froze. "You're saying they copied it?" "No," Voss said. "I think they stole it. Your station's system isn't just watching them. It's connected to them." Kieran's face paled. "That means the system might be talking to both sides." Alina stepped back. "If that's true, we can't win by force." Kieran pointed. To the center of the console, there's another signal pattern forming. "I think the system is offering something else." She looked. The console showed two paths, one glowing blue, one glowing red. "I think it's asking us to make a choice," Kieran whispered. Alina stared at the screen. "A choice between what?" "I don't know," he said. "What?" "But one of them might shut the connection down for both sides." "Or kill us all," Ramos muttered. The lights flickered again. Another impact rocked the station. Alarm screamed. Alina placed her hand on the blue path. "Earth took a risk coming here," she said. "So will I." She pressed her hand down. The lights went out. The hum of power died. For 3 long seconds, there was only silence. Then the console lit up again, brighter than ever. A deep voice echoed through the deck. "Not human, not machine. Command accepted." Outside, the false fleet vanished. So did the shields on the alien mothership. The ship fired once. The shot went straight through the enemy core, and the mothership exploded. But just as they started to celebrate, the alien system showed one final signal, a warning: another fleet, much bigger and already on its way. Smoke drifted through the command deck. Sparks fell from damaged panels. The station creaked and groaned, but it was still standing. Commander Alina Ward stood in front of the alien console, staring at the glowing red warning. A new fleet was coming, bigger, faster, stronger, stronger. Kieran leaned over her shoulder. His voice was quiet. "This one, it's not just a battle group. This is a full invasion." "How long?" she asked. "For hours. Maybe less." Alina didn't speak. Her fingers tightened on the edge of the console. Outside, the remains of the enemy mothership floated in pieces. The vanguard circled the station, gathering what was left of their fighters and crews. Earth had won the battle. But now it looked like the war was just beginning. Voss's voice crackled through the comm. "Commander Ward, we're retrieving." "Wounded now? Sending reinforcements to your deck? We're prepping for extraction?" Alina replied. "No extraction yet. We're not done here, Commander," Voss asked. "I need to know what this station really is," she said. "Why did it help us? Why does it still speak to both sides?" She turned to Kieran. There must be more. Kieran nodded. We never explored the lower levels. The system showed 2 paths earlier. We only took one. Lena grabbed her weapon and motioned to 2 soldiers. Come with us, Ramas. Hold the command deck. If anything changes, call me. They moved fast, back through the hidden corridors under the station. The walls pulsed with soft blue light, guiding them. It was like the system was watching, and waiting. After several turns, they reached another sealed door. This one looked older, cracked, worn, and glowing faintly. Alina placed her hand on the panel. The door slid open with a loud hiss. Inside was a wide room, completely dark, except for a single platform in the center. Hovering above it was a sphere, large and black, with symbols spinning around it like rings of light. Kieran stepped closer. It's a core. I think this is the center of the entire system. Lena looked around. This place wasn't built by humans. No, Kieran said, but maybe it's been waiting for them. The sphere changed, color dark blue now. And calm, a voice spoke. Not like before. This one was soft, clear female. You are not like the others, it said. You choose risk. You choose hope. That is rare. Alina stepped forward. Who are you? I am memory, the voice said. I am what remains of a long-lost people. This place was built to protect knowledge, but over time, others found it. Some used it, some twisted it. The Reapers, Kieran said. Yes, the voice replied. They came long ago. They stole what they did not understand. They are not builders, only takers. But you were different. Lena looked. At the sphere, you helped us. I tested you, the voice said. Now I offer something more. A panel slid open beside them. Inside was a glowing object, a silver cube with energy dancing around it. This is a seed, said Memory. It holds the code to create more systems like this one, more defenses, more power, but it must be used with care. Kieran's mouth dropped open. This is technology beyond anything Earth has. If we study it, you can protect your worlds, the voice said. But only if you remain who you are now, brave, united, willing to fight for more than just survival. Alina picked up the cube. It was light, warm, it pulsed in time with her heartbeat. She nodded. We'll use it wisely. The voice faded. The lights dimmed. The sphere slowly lowered itself into the floor and disappeared. Back on the command deck, Ramos looked up as Elena returned with the team. The cube in her hands glowed softly. Voss's voice returned on comms. Commander, the second fleet is still coming. But our long-range sensors now detect something else. Dozens of pings from Earth. Reinforcements. They've started the Thunderbolt. Jumps. Elena smiled for the first time in hours. Then we're not alone. She turned to Ramos. Send word to the Vanguard. We're uploading everything. Maps, signals, this technology. Yes, Commander. Kieran stepped beside her. Earth is going to change after this. Alina nodded. We all are. The station's lights flickered again, but this time, it wasn't an attack. It was a signal. From Earth, hundreds of voices on open channels, pilots, commanders, ships from colonies far and wide, and above the station. One by one, blue flashes lit the sky. More ships were arriving. Big ones, faster ones. They had heard the call, and they had come. Alina looked out. At the stars, the enemy fleet was still coming. Now, so was humanity. She held the cube tighter and whispered, let's show them who we really are. The war had just begun, but so had the fight to save everything. Humanity was ready, and this time, no one would face the darkness alone.